Walker's back!
Hey! This isn't take 2 of us trying to make this work because Jake forgot to click the record button.
Fresh
on
cup
the
of coffee.
computer. Oh, fresh coffee, y'all. Let's take Yeah, we definitely didn't get
Welcome,
15
everybody.
minutes into a recording, and then Jake fucking realized he didn't hit record on the computer. Yay!
We out here.
Such good coffee. Walker's
Right.
back. Yay.
Woo, he
okay.
didn't die. Speed
didn't
round.
die.
Speed round.
I didn't do my shit. I'm drawing this week. Pencil shit. Jake, go.
Okay, all right.
Recap, quick recap.
Let's slow this down for a second. So,
Because you guys are seeing this for the first time. This is twice now for us. So let's recap. So how we record this show.
usually with audio.
Welcome back. Welcome back. Welcome back to what we learned this week, episode 77, one of the 70s. But anyways, how we record this show. Because we want to bring you quality content.
It's good to have you back, buddy.
What we do is that we record the video through this camera right here. But how we record the audio is through a computer that you can't see and that is connected to our microphones so that you get crystal clear audio mixed with the crystal clear imaging. Now, however, what can happen sometimes is you can start recording an episode, get 17 minutes into an episode, 17 minutes into an episode, and realize, oh no, we forgot to hit record on the mics. So all you guys were getting was crystal clear video,
Oh, yeah.
but below subpar audio. I'm talking when we first started the show audio. So welcome back to a great episode.
That was good. I needed that.
It's great because you know what? Now we're more clear-headed.
Yeah.
You know, we're going into this episode. We're going into this episode with more direction. Probably not. It's probably gonna be more of a clusterfuck. But welcome, Drake. What was your skill last week? Did you do it? He didn't do it. I had no idea.
What?
Drake didn't do his skill. I did not know this 17 minutes ago for sure. We're going to give Drake a hall pass this week, I think. Because he didn't do his skill. We'll give him a hall pass. What's going to be... So my skill, I did do my skill.
My belly.
I did a sky transition where I took a photo that I had taken on my camera and I changed the sky background to make it look brighter because the original... They haven't heard this before.
I'm sorry.
You have. They haven't heard this yet. Anyways, what happened? I took a picture. It was a foggy sky.
Okay.
Foggy
good.
sky. And so I changed the background to make it a blue sky with clouds. You can see it on my Instagram
It's
or on
very
my
pretty.
Facebook page.
It
It's
is super
gorgeous. Anyways, boys, what would you like to do for our skills this week? Drake is literally crying.
I was tearing up.
What would we like to do for skills this week, boys?
I'm gonna draw something with pencil and only
Oh,
pencil.
wow. Really? You're
Yeah.
going to draw like a sketch?
Wow.
Like a sketch?
Like a sketch.
I have no idea. Walker, can I guess at what yours might be?
Yeah, knock yourself out.
All right. I've been having visions this week, so
Premonition, if you will.
I'm going to think that yours has to do with 3D rendering.
What? How did you know?
I-
oh my God,
It's
that's
my
so
eighth
crazy.
sense. My eighth sense.
Yeah.
So what are you going to do this week,
Must be
Walker?
women's intuition or ESPN or both.
There's a 60% chance that it's already raining.
There's about a 60% chance. For anyone that gets that, leave a
Well, I
like
love
on this
you,
video.
yeah.
Kudos.
Yeah,
respect
so
you.
I'm gonna do a 3D animation for this week. I'm fucking around with different special effects software. So
I really hope that
Respect that.
fucking camera is recording now. I gotta check. I'm so nervous.
God damn it!
Okay.
All right, no, we're good. Okay, good.
Anyways,
Okay.
that's awesome. What I'm gonna do this week might shock you.
Survive.
What I'm gonna do this week, I'm gonna take. This is serious. This is a lot of. This is for health, self-care. Okay, folks. I'm gonna take 1 hour out of each day. 1 hour out of
1
each day
hour.
minimum. That I'm. Okay, my
And
Real
no,
serious.
we're not stoned.
No,
This is
we
just
just recorded this
so
literally.
I'm trying to be real
This
serious.
whole thing.
I'm gonna do my Muppet angry face.
So I'm gonna take an hour out of each day, and I am going to do 3 things within that hour. Doesn't matter how long I do them for, but I'm going to do 3 things within that hour. Again, not bad. So the 3 things are: I'm going to read, I'm going to work out, and I'm going to meditate. And it's got to be a minimum of an hour every day that I do this for.
Oh, yeah.
Thanks.
Gonna be sick, dude.
Thanks, dude.
That's such a great idea that I've never heard before.
I know. I was gonna die laughing if one of you took my skill. Motherfucker!
Son of a bitch.
Oh god. So yeah, that's our skills for the week. Anyways, boys, what should we talk about? Last week we did a vibe check test.
We did,
Me
yeah.
and Drake did. And we also had people that commented that they did vibe check tests as well, and they were pretty funny. Ours were good. Yours made sense. Mine made pretty much sense except for the one part. But I got people that commented saying they got horse girl vibes, which was a weird one.
I still want to try this today.
Yeah,
Yeah,
or,
for sure. For that.
Or weird stepdad vibes was a good one that I saw, and they all made sense.
Was that Thirst or
No. Thirst didn't do it. I didn't see Thirst. Thirst would get Thirst.
He just vibrates at the bones with daddy vibes.
He's weird stepdaddy vibes.
Not even weird, just stepdaddy
Just daddy,
vibes.
yeah.
Just daddy.
And Walker, we're gonna have him do one here probably today though too, and then we'll post his results, or we'll figure out a way
excited
to
for
get
my
his
vibe
Yeah,
check.
it
I
should
need
be
a vibe
funny.
check.
I think he's gonna get weird stepdad.
No, I'm interested. I'm interested to see.
Daddy
Yeah.
vibes.
We'll see. So anyways,
BDE, man.
BDE. So yeah.
Big dad energy.
Big daddy energy. Okay, so I'll bring something up. This was kind of crazy. And whether you believe in this shit or not, I don't fucking care. But this was weird to me. So the other night, I was doing some, self-reflection kind of stuff. It was a quiet night in.
Oh, yeah.
I got into my head, right? Just was kind of zoning with myself, right? So...
Is that what they call it?
Yeah, zoning with myself. Anyway, so I was just laying there doing, it wasn't, I guess it was kind of meditation. I wasn't purposefully trying to meditate. I was just kind of
Just
my
thinking
head.
about it.
Yeah.
And weirdest fucking thing happened. So I don't want to say I had like a bit of a mental crisis this week.
Right.
Because that's not what it was. I had a weak moment for myself.
Right.
That doesn't usually happen, right? But what I do, I'm strong enough to go to myself and go, okay, why are you
what's
wrong
your problem
here that is making this happen? How do we solve this, right? Cool, it's solved. The next day I'm good to go, right?
Yeah.
Next day I was perfect. But the weirdest part about it is when I closed my eyes to start start meditating on it, I started seeing the color purple, vibrant purple, and white, like a glow of white around it.
Yeah.
I was like, why am I seeing usually I don't have that usually. Usually it's just, your mind starts racing. But it was vibrant purple and it was just throwing it in my eyeballs. So I'm like, again,
No, dude, go.
I'm not trying to say that this is some weird shit or whatever. I'm just saying what I saw and what I looked up. So I looked up because I was like, oh, I always remember learning about chakra stuff, right? And I didn't really know too much about it. I just know that you have different chakras that run through when it comes to meditation, right?
Yeah.
I don't know the color where they go or whatever, but I know they are there. So I looked it up. I was like, okay, well, what is the purple chakra? So I looked up purple chakra. Sure as shit, it's the crown chakra, which deals with mental blockage and if it's blocked, it deals with you can be more prone to anxiety or a self crisis type of thing. And I was like, what? I was like, that is the weirdest shit.
Yeah.
Because I had no reference beforehand of what purple meant.
Right.
But I just immediately thought, oh, chakras have colors. I wonder what that means. Just, curious as to, I could have been totally wrong. But yeah, it was so weird that it was the crown chakra, which is the top of the head.
That's fucking
which is
awesome.
to deal with that. And I was like, oh, well, if that ain't a dead sign giveaway, then I don't know what is.
Yeah.
I just thought that was kind of cool.
That
and
is
shit.
super
I was like,
fucking
that's
cool.
weird.
Yeah.
That is some weird stuff. I don't know why I did it. You could blame my subconscious for maybe already knowing that it was purple, and I don't know if that's
Just
what
in passing
passed
you might have
through.
heard it, or
Yeah, I don't know, but
no, that's
pretty
seriously
dope.
fucking cool.
It's weird. So, anyways, I'm good.
So you're gonna
Just
start
so you
shooting
know.
out like lasers out of your
Yeah,
hands? and
actually
shit?
out of my penis.
Yeah.
Out of the zone.
The zone.
The zone.
But yeah, so I just wanted to share that cool
Fuck
little
yeah.
story.
That's seriously cool.
It wasn't to bring up the whole. I'm gonna keep this lighthearted. It wasn't to bring up the whole self-crisis thing for one night. That was not what this was about. It was just about like, oh, that was kind of cool that
And
happened.
even-
Jake's like, I'm fine, we're good, we're fine.
Like, I really am fine. I'm good.
Yeah.
I am living my best life out here. Don't you
Dude,
worry, folks.
But even that, man, it's good to kind of recoup and recalibrate every once in a while. Just
Yeah.
even if it is like just taking inventory of what the fuck you're worried about or what.
Yeah.
Mental health is fucking key, especially
especially
nowadays.
right now with
Dude,
self-isolation and
We
shit.
have nothing else to look forward to, so
you gotta
mental health.
check
is
your
like
shit.
that. Yeah.
Check
Your
your
mental
shit.
health right.
Talk about it. Talk to your friends. If you need
Yeah.
to, talk to a professional. Make sure that you're on par with your chemistry, your fucking mental status,
Hell yeah.
everything. Be
Be
110%.
true with yourself.
Exactly.
You know what we
Yeah.
should do? We should, on the same line of the test that we took last week, one of these weeks we should take a mental stability test.
Fuck yeah.
I'm
Guess
curious
who's
to
going
see-
straight to a therapist?
Hey, you see that they're going to be doing that for presidents from now on, right?
Institutionalized.
a mental institutionalized
Yeah,
for
so
like mental stability?
Yeah, apparently part of the new one of the new amendments or whatever makes it
Oh,
so
I
you
think
have
it's
to
the
do
one
like a
that
mental
I
stability
think
test.
that it was
Yeah.
one that what's her name was trying to get passed.
Pelosi?
Yeah, she was trying to
Yeah.
get that passed because she was saying because of I don't want to get into that.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
fucking politics.
It's politics.
We're keeping the show lighthearted. We went dark for like a month or two there.
I'm so
And
sorry.
it was
The world
rough.
was dark,
The
man.
world was in a dark place. We're coming out of it somewhat, you know.
We're fine.
We're
Everything's
gonna be
fine.
okay. We're getting back to the cold season, which means we're gonna be more prone to the flu. That doesn't matter. Don't think about that. Don't think about the fact that this could last another year. Think about the fact that we
Don't think about how this is
Gonna be great.
it's gonna be okay.
Don't think about how there's no stimulus package going into winter.
Yeah.
Pay your electricity
Yeah.
bills and heating bills.
Yeah, anyways. So on the topic of mental health, quick, I'm just gonna rattle off some stuff here. What is some things that you guys, since we're on the topic, that you guys use or utilize, especially nowadays, to help you keep your, mental well-being in check, your little self-care in check? Like, what's it?
Masturbation.
Drugs.
Which actually,
Hardcore. Like,
actually,
dude, I'm
I
telling
don't know,
you.
man. I've heard a lot of things say that you shouldn't do that as much
Well,
because it creates more of an isolation barrier.
really?
Yeah, that's why you feel empty afterwards. It's because you're not technically
Well, it's
releasing.
because I'm literally a little bit more empty.
My
Was
nuts
it-
are a little
Well, I
empty.
feel lighter, but
But like the blockage that you're relieving is not the blockage that you need to relieve, like that kind of thing, and that's why you feel disgusting after sometimes.
well, see, and that's well, I guess it kind of
why you
does
jack
tie
up in
into
the
like
shower.
a personalized thing because I'm not gonna obviously dive into it, but I've pulled away from watching porn recently,
Yeah,
and I just
yeah.
use
Your
like I just
mind,
imagine
your mind,
things more
yeah.
so. So that I never really find myself in that
here's the
classic
problem. That means you're
who
just
am
getting.
I?
That means you're just getting bored of porn.
No, I actively chose. I actively chose to like pull away from it
Okay.
because I
Fair
felt
enough.
like I was getting a little
So
desensitized.
seriously, so
like to-
masturbation is your key to self care.
It's one of the things, yeah.
That is a bold statement.
I can
Fuck
see
yeah.
that though. I mean,
Yeah.
like, all right. So
I treat myself like a template, and I will treat myself well.
Fair enough.
I understand pulling away from porn though because it gets
Yeah,
porn
yeah,
gets
porn
in your
get
head,
to you.
though. That's
Oh,
an
yeah.
addiction.
I feel like there's a lot of things nowadays that we don't realize subconsciously get to our our self-confidence almost, like
Oh,
our
yeah.
self-esteem. It's like there's so many things that we feel like, oh, that's not gonna affect me, but then they like start to build up subconsciously,
Yeah.
and you start to compare yourself to others, and then you go, oh fuck, who am I? Like why? And that that
My
can
dick's not
happen.
that big.
Yeah.
How much is a dick enlargement surgery?
Fucking hammer on that guy.
Just looking up, how can I triple the size of my penis?
Here, take this pill.
So what else do we have besides
So-
masturbation?
Oh, go ahead, Walker.
Oh no, I made a joke earlier. I was just saying
Drugs.
Oh,
Yeah.
drugs.
Nice.
I do have to say though, I haven't taken lots of vitamins recently. That's been helping me out a
Tell you
lot
what,
with.
it helps you feel healthier.
You do feel healthier.
Yeah.
Honestly, I've been doing that. I've been eating a lot healthier. I lost a fuck ton of weight being on bed rest.
I was gonna
Oh, yeah, I
say,
bet,
you
yeah.
look really good.
Thank you, appreciate that.
For being, a crypt keeper.
Hey G,
I lost
I
like-
like your cut.
I lost like 20 pounds. I lost like 20 pounds. In
No
bed.
shit.
Damn, son. Look at
shit.
you.
Well, I like couldn't eat. Like there's
Yeah.
there's a few days where I couldn't eat like at all.
Right.
So
Yeah.
because
True that.
I couldn't get it down, and so I dropped like almost 20 pounds. It's like 19 and a half pounds. or whatever,
Nice,
so,
dude.
Yeah.
That's
so-
substantial.
congrats.
I mean, I feel great now. I mean,
Yeah.
it's just
Yeah, but no, I
yeah.
agree. Like vitamins, like when you don't feel like when your body feels when it's operating with the correct amount of oil,
Yeah.
lubricating the joints and the gears,
Yeah.
you know, you feel better. You just feel like more active.
For sure.
And
You
I
do.
think like I read this week, I read the War of Art.
Yeah.
The one that you had
Oh, yeah.
loaned to me. And I'm going to read that book probably 5 more times at least because holy shit, did that book resonate with me.
Really?
Dude.
And it's all
a
about
beautiful book,
It's all
dude.
about like resistance and what resistance actually is in its form and like how it affects us and how like the ways of manipulation it uses to continue to allow us to think that it's okay to procrastinate.
Right,
It's fucking
okay.
wild.
Yeah,
it's a
that's
great
interesting.
book, but like that, yeah, some of that plays into it where it's like you have to, you have to be fueling the body correctly.
Yeah.
And then once you do, the reason you're feeling better after that is because you have more energy to go and beat those resistance points. So you're doing the things that you know you need to do,
Yeah.
and then you feel more fulfilled because you're actually doing them. Even if you don't get a lot done that day,
You still
like,
feel more satisfied
you,
at that
you
point.
feel a lot more satisfied because you actually beat that resistance.
That's
Because resistance
interesting.
is a daily war that you have to beat every single day of
Oh,
your
yeah.
life. And I was like, holy shit. So that's why I started working on the movie again. I took 2 weeks away from that movie. It was crashing me mentally, and I couldn't do it anymore. So I started editing that again. I've got a rough draft pretty much complete that I'm mulling over right now, and
Yeah.
I just, you know, I'm gonna add a couple other things. Did more editing with the photos and stuff like that, and it's the fucking boosted my
Dude.
health, like all kinds of healthiness.
Something that I do a lot with my team right now, because my team has actually grown quite a bit in the
Yeah.
last few weeks here.
Nice.
Like I went from having 5-6 people to now having a 12-person team.
Fucking A.
But
Cheers
so
to that.
thanks guys.
Salud.
Appreciate that.
Killing it.
So with that though, is that I realize it's more efficient to break things down into subtasks. So
Right.
I put everything on what's called a Kanban board. Imagine it where it's like you have a board like this, right? And you have separate columns. This one's a to-do list, an in-progress list, an
Complete.
almost complete, or like what's it called? Like can't complete quite yet,
Oh, right.
and then a complete list.
Okay.
And imagine that you have little post-it notes with little
Yeah.
tasks on them. So it's like, oh, I have this one project I need to do. Now I'm going to start working on that. I'm going to move this over to the in progress or can't complete or complete.
Oh, right.
Fuck yeah.
And it
there you
helps me
go.
out a ton. But I realized that even having those little tasks like that can be a little bit overwhelming because if it's a big task, that's going to take
Right.
multiple days.
So you
or
don't have to
something.
break that task down into further
Exactly.
tasks.
So I have subtasks for everybody on the team.
okay.
So it's like if you can get one big task done a day, I'm happy.
Yeah.
You know,
Just
as-
move one Post-it note
exactly.
a day.
Make
I
sure
like
that you can get
that.
that done.
That's
That's
fucking awesome.
fucking
Great.
killer.
It works
For all you fucking
fantastically.
entrepreneurs out there,
Kanban
take note.
boards.
Dude,
Fucking
that is
move
fucking
one.
awesome.
That's gonna be a new phrase I use. Move one Post-it note a
one
day.
Post-it.
I like that.
Yeah.
Damn, son.
You can use apps like Trello or ClickUp or whatever. There's a fuck ton of project management apps out there, but they all have Kanban board systems. It's a system that was created by Toyota back in like the 70s.
Nice.
Really?
Yeah, and they used it for their manufacturing efficiency processes, and so they created this process, and now it's just like an open idea for everybody to use.
Fuck
So
yeah.
Hell
They
yeah.
have like digital Kanban boards for everything. So
That's seriously
I
cool.
use it for my personal life for everything, and if I didn't have that, I would be fucking lost.
Hell yeah.
Dude.
That's
So
amazing.
Definitely
I
check
love
that out. It's KANBAN. So
Hell yeah.
Kanban boards.
yeah,
Okay.
they're
Nice.
fantastic.
That's
Hell yeah.
seriously cool.
And I
'cause,
think. Oh, go ahead. Go ahead.
well, I mean, like even on the lists and stuff, like my old man, he was notorious for that. Even some of my siblings do that. We make lists, and it could just be like an organizational thing, or like to allow you to process. Okay, this needs to be done today, and
Right.
it even my dad, like he just does it out of habit now.
Right.
Like he's very articulate. He's very methodical.
Right.
Very
And his
OCD
approach
about
to
how he does
everything.
things.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like when he does something, it's how it needs to be done the first time. Very methodical. So with that, like even now, it's just muscle memory. He writes lists. He has it all in his head, but he writes a list.
So that he's written it down and it's a thing that he can
Yep.
visually
Yep,
see.
it's
And he
tangible.
just and when he gets it done, like at this point, he doesn't even check it off.
Right.
You know, because it's just that process, that routine of I'm gonna do this today. Oh, I have to take out the garbage. I have to
Yeah.
do this. Or
Right.
I have to go check on my
Even
my
if
bank
it's
account.
something small, and that's the thing too,
Yeah.
is that I think you need to add, like when you're trying to complete these bigger, heavier tasks for your day, right? The ones that have the biggest resistance point, right? Those are the ones you need to be done, need to finish the most, because they're the ones that cause the most growth within you or your business.
Yeah.
You have to put in those smaller tasks, like taking out the garbage, stuff like that, because it's just a motivator to get to the bigger task.
Yeah.
It's not a procrastination because it's it's helping.
It's still progressive,
It's leading
yeah.
through this. But it's like you need to do that. It's almost like I play the same principle with like paying off loans, right? So the old school philosophy is pay off the biggest loan first, right? Really, what you should do is pay off the smallest loans first, because you're going to see the biggest jump like right away. You're going to get the most immediate gratitude, and that's what people want. They want immediate gratitude. So if you have $1,000 loan and you pay, you know, $100 towards, then you see that jump pretty drastically.
Yeah.
Whereas if it's $10,000 and you put $100 in,
It's a drop in
it
the
fucking
bucket.
hardly
Yeah.
moves. Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's like you mentally want to, you know, you're trying to almost motivate the future, your future self is
Yeah.
what you're doing. You're motivating your future self for those bigger resistance points.
That's interesting. I like that a lot.
And that's what I like.
Is that the Dave Ramsey technique, or is that the what's it called, the snowball effect?
The snowball.
Or-
I think it's the snowball effect. I don't remember
Something
what
like
it's called.
that,
Snowball
yeah.
principle or something like
Something,
that. Where
yeah.
you basically are just getting the ball rolling.
Yeah.
And then you're able, you know, then you're unstoppable. And it's the same thing with that book. Like every single morning, whatever that biggest resistance is in the morning, you actually. So this is actually counterintuitive now that I think about it, because what that book says is that in the morning, those biggest resistance is what you should try and start on. Even if it's only a short segment of it, it's just starting on it. So like the guy uses the reference, so he's a writer obviously, and his thing was, it's not, the hard part isn't writing the book, the hard part is sitting down.
Yeah, that's true.
And so it's like just sitting down in the morning, which is that small little step. I guess it is. That plays into the snowball. So maybe it isn't counterintuitive, because it's like just taking that small step past resistance.
Right.
Like me just sitting down at the computer and opening up the project and starting, even if I have no idea what the fuck I'm going to do, always ends up leading to me doing like 3 hours worth of work, which is awesome. But it's just making that tiny little
That little adjustment.
step in.
Yeah.
Yep.
But yeah.
Turning the light switch on.
Yeah, exactly. And I think that plays into the self-care thing, is like once you're doing that, you feel way more fulfilled than if I were to just sit there and like, I don't know, watch TikToks or fucking play video games,
Yeah.
which nothing against playing video games.
No,
but
I
like,
fucking love it. But
Yeah.
you know, just productivity wise,
Yeah.
that's just genius. So
otherwise, 100% about them, like fucking, you know, them calmer night, or those, like put some candles on,
Oh yeah.
put some good music
yeah,
on.
some Barry White.
Yeah, some,
Some fucking
I don't
Barry
know.
White.
I mean, I'm not
dude.
gonna fuck myself, but yeah, yeah, something similar to that.
Don't make any
strap yourself-
promises you can't keep.
Strap yourself down, you know, play with yourself a little bit.
Do
but
what
no.
you got to do.
Yeah, I don't know. That's kind of my self-care side, and I think meditation's important. I think
Oh, yeah.
self-reflection's important.
Self-reflection is one of the most pivotal skills that you can have.
Yep.
Because it will take you miles for self growth and self recognition and self appreciation as well. Like
Yeah.
being able to look at your decisions, being able to look at your mood or your surroundings or the things that you involve yourself with, and being able to break them down as to like even bare bones of like, why do I like this?
Yeah, right.
That's something I really had to practice over the last few years.
Oh,
is
yeah.
self-appreciation, because I feel like I
Oh,
would
yeah.
get caught up in like my own mental thoughts about like, oh, am I doing the right thing?
I think
Am
everybody
I caught up
does.
in the same?
Everybody gets
Absolutely.
into that.
That's a
loop, into that
constant.
trap.
Yeah, and it took me so long to break out of that rut that I was in,
Yeah.
because it's that's an ongoing problem. you
Oh,
know,
yeah.
like just not knowing like when to give yourself credit for certain projects.
Right.
You know, like,
And I think a lot of people have the like, so I've watched, you know, when I first started with like self-affirmations and stuff, I would watch like guided YouTube stuff of like affirmations and everything. And I think the big misconception about self-reflection is that people think that it's always going to be good to do that, or it's going to be like not easy, but it's going to be like more of a lighthearted time when you do that.
Yeah.
When really there are going to be way harder days
Oh, yeah.
on self-reflection. Those are important ones, but there are going to be hard days where you're going to have to ask yourself questions that you have not wanted to answer.
yeah.
Oh, yeah.
You really have
kinda
not
block it
wanted to
off in
have
your
the
head.
answers
Yeah.
to, and then you start to get the answers and you go, oh, fuck.
Yep.
You know, and it's just, I mean, but you have to have those days, because that just is going to boost yourself. I mean,
Oh, yeah.
it's not, I don't want to say boost your ego, because this whole mentality of like having too big of an ego is toxic kind of thing, which
Right.
I think we need to break away from that mold. It's okay to be confident,
Yeah.
you know, like don't be an asshole.
See, yeah,
Right.
Be
that
confident.
confident and egotistical are
Yeah.
Two different
they're
things.
very different things,
Yeah.
but that line can be blurred
And I think people
very
use,
quickly by
use
an external
egotistical-
source.
I think people use egotistical. I think they move that line
Yes.
too quickly into
Yeah.
into the self confidence thing.
Yeah.
So people start to reel back on their confidence. It's like, don't do that. Like, be confident in your decisions and what you do and who you are. Like, however that goes, you know.
You might come off like an asshole to some people, but it's don't fuck them.
And I think this is one of my favorite quotes that I heard this morning, actually, and it was it's what did he say? He said, you have no right to know what people think about you or to care what people think about you.
Yeah.
You don't have the right to care what people think about you. I was like, that is fucking interesting because you really don't. That is their life. That's the choices they've made about you. You don't have a right to decide that. Like, they decide it. You don't have to care. You're moving in your own, as long as you're moving in your own way, in your own lane, and you're, you know, progressing, then you don't have a right to their opinion of you.
Oh, yeah.
Just like somebody doesn't have nobody can control my opinion of themselves. So that's pretty cool.
And that, I mean,
now I got some real opinions about you.
yeah, fuck you, asshole. And this is a lighthearted episode.
Yeah.
Still, this is self-care. This is lighthearted, okay? We're not talking about...
I mean, it's all about perspective, and it's all about, you know, how you think using something like this, like self-reflection for me, at least, is one of the greatest tools that I've ever acquired.
Oh, yeah.
Just because, like you had said, right on the money. Like, there are days that are way worse than others. You make some decisions. You realize through your own actions that you have some mentalities that aren't good or something that you didn't expect yourself to be able to be capable of.
Yeah.
And you kind of look at that and you kind of break it down. You're like, okay, well, why do I do this? Why do I think this way? Why is it that when I'm put into a corner, this is my immediate reaction?
Right.
You know, why do these things happen? And in no way, shape, or form does it fix 100% of the problems, but it is a tool, and I'll use that word very specifically. It is a tool to be harnessed in your betterment.
Yep.
It is to be used to help self-healing.
Yep.
Because, I mean, it's not going to solve your problems. It's not going to. You have to actively choose. If there's something through self-reflection that you find that you're not okay with, like say you react, like you're harsh or you're angry all the time, or your knee-jerk reaction is to lash out when put in pressure. Okay, just being self-reflective doesn't solve that. It allows you to acknowledge it. It allows you to register that, okay, well, this is what I do on a regular basis. This is a natural reaction for me as a person, as an individual. Do I want to maintain this? Do I want that to be a part of my personality, or should I start the process of changing that?
Right. And
Do
it's
I
the brick
wanna be
by brick
angry?
mentality.
Exactly.
It's like, Jim Carrey says it all the time. It's the brick by brick, where
Brick
you're
by
not gonna
fucking
you're not
brick.
gonna have a house built in a day, in a blink of an eye. You have to lay the foundation, and then
It's almost like all right, so it's almost like building muscle, right? Like, so
Oh, yeah.
when you work out, you tear the muscles, the muscle fibers in your body, and then it rebuilds. You know, and those rebuilt muscle fibers are stronger than they were before.
And it's,
right. So when you do the same thing mentally with like your perspective on yourself, it's like you have to kind of tear down, your previous misconceptions about your own self and your spirit and your mind, and then tear it all down and rebuild it the way that you want it to be.
and your brain is elastic as fuck.
Oh,
is.
yeah.
So like you're never gonna stop learning new brain synapses. I mean, you are, but it's gonna be you're not at that. If you're listening to this podcast, you're nowhere near that fucking point yet. So
Got
it's
some
just
time.
it's a very elastic and very fluid thing that you can continue to expand on, learn on, and change. I mean, honestly, you can change your thought process tomorrow in some small little way, but you're still changing it, So it's kind of just build on that. Build on the fact that if you were to take 1 hour out of your day for some sort of self-reflection or self-care, as you'd call it, like, you are going to be different that next day.
Absolutely.
That's true.
In a better way.
Yeah.
So, I don't know. Like, and so here's another self-care tip for all y'all out there. Another big one that I've learned is to compliment more people. If you compliment like 1 to 2 people throughout the day, it makes you more open to talking to new people and meeting new people. So if you have social anxiety or anything like that, or mild anxiety, that's definitely a big key, because it allows you to be more open, and it allows people to subconsciously be more open with you as well, and to be willing to like approach you first, because you just automatically become more approachable. So just like complimenting someone or helping someone. God, I bet you got a fucking.
Would you fuck me?
I bet you.
I'd fuck me.
I bet you have an absolute clam hammer down there.
Clam hammer. I love that. Yeah. I'm gonna use that from now on.
But yeah, I don't know. There's all kinds of self-care techniques, and I think it's important that people know that. And I think especially now. It's okay to be alone.
It is.
You just gotta know how to navigate it properly. Don't
Everybody
just
wants
be-
to go hammer the clams,
you
but
know, everyone wants to go hammer clams, but sometimes you got to sit down and really talk to your clam jam and hammer.
Realize what he wants or she wants.
What does they want in life?
What's
you know?
they want?
What's they want?
What's it?
But yeah, I just think that we stop using distractions like music and music is great.
It is.
And background music, background noise is great, but
it doesn't resolve anything.
No,
you know,
sometimes you got to just turn it off.
it kind of masks things
Yep.
almost. So like you can use certain temporary distractions to mask certain
It's a
feelings.
way
but-
for your brain to keep
you know.
active subconsciously
Yeah.
with
Yeah.
music or something. So
and sometimes it takes music or some sort of like interaction like that to really come to terms with certain emotions in your, in your mind. But at the same time, the only true way to kind of come to terms with things is to have a mental conversation with yourself.
Yeah.
and, like,
I
really
agree.
break things
Vacant
down.
space.
for sure.
You need an open platform.
Yes.
Hmm.
So
no white noise.
on
You
that
need to
note,
hammer some clams.
I need to ham clam jammers. On that note, folks, self-care. Do it or fucking die.
Do
That's
it or
That's
screw it.
Do it
Do
or
it.
screw it.
You don't have a lot of time.
Yeah,
So
fucking do it.
Do
make
it.
make your existence easier on
Yes.
yourself.
Be
Take
who,
care of yourself.
Don't rip yourself off.
Yes.
Because you aren't becoming the person that you should be.
Yeah.
Don't rip yourself off. That's not cool. Don't do that.
No.
So, self-care, check in with yourself, check in with, others. You
Check
can
in
check
with
in
your
with your
friends.
others too, and your friends, make sure that they're good, but also check in on yourself every once in a while.
Checking on your kids, checking on your wife.
Because we out here making great content. Anyways, guys, thank you for joining us for another episode. I know the first half of the episode was nuts because, well, you weren't there for the first,
Absolute
first
chaos.
edition.
Yeah.
But I think the second edition was better anyways, so it's all good.
Yeah, that's good.
Thank you for joining us again. This
Yeah.
is episode 70-something.
Inevitably 11.
Never-
I'm gonna say
11.
79.
Mm-hmm.
78.
I'm saying
80.
78.
So you're that asshole.
You're
The
that
price is
fucking
right.
asshole.
80.
But yeah, don't forget to check out. Don't forget to check us out on YouTube.
Yeah.
Hit that like button.
Subscribe.
Yes. Hit it. Don't quit it. Hit it. Pass it to your friends. Run a train on that subscribe button. We got a bunch of you on Facebook now. We need to see
Dude.
all of them peoples on that YouTubes now. Make sure.
Help us help you
Yeah.
continue to get good
Hide
content.
your kids, hide your wives.
We
'cause
need
out here-
sponsors.
we out here making great content for y'all, okay? Even if we have to do it 2 times in one day. We're making great content. We
That's
go through
fine.
the struggles.
Going through it.
Don't forget to check out astrodesigncompany.com. Walker can help you out here. Any digital marketing stuff that you need, any video work even, we can help you with.
Yeah,
now,
we do
too.
a lot of different kinds of services right now.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
not only are we doing the websites, but we're also doing like 3D rendering and that kind of shit too.
And a male prostitution part.
Oh yeah, yeah, we'll jerk you off.
Yeah, we'll drink that. So hit up Walker. Let him know that we sent you. Give you a little discount. Don't forget to check out Thirst Homeless on YouTube. Don't forget to check out Johnny Wishbone on YouTube. Don't forget to check out Jake Dunaway on YouTube, which is
Do it.
me. And this episode is brought to you by JD Creations.
It is.
LLC. You can check me out on Facebook. You want to make your own podcast, make your own content, make your own YouTube, make commercials, anything. I can help you with that. Hit up JD Creations LLC. Also, don't forget to check out our Patreon to support the show. Patreon.com/WWLTW podcast.
Always appreciate.
Always
it.
appreciate it to all of
Always.
you lovely bastards out there that are on our Patreon. You're wonderful people.
Even if you have fathers.
Yeah, that too. But anyways, you're all bastards and we love you. Good night, San Diego, and we will see you next week. Adios.
Bye bye.